What up, YouTube? It's Luca, and welcome back to another video. So in this video, I came up with kind of a fun idea. I'm gonna be ranking every Minecraft mob I could beat in a fight and how well I do against each of them. So I've got a lot of tiers here, ranging from already died to I'm curb stomping this. Yeah, I've got a lot of tiers. I thought that might be a good idea to have a lot of categories. And as you can see, they range from already died, I would get destroyed, to maybe only a little bit in the mob's favor to, in my favor. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing for this video, just for fun, ranking where every Minecraft mob falls on this tier list. So if you enjoy this, then make sure to leave a like, because this is definitely one of the wackier ideas that I've had in my time on YouTube. So yeah, let's get started with the first mob, the cow. Now the cow, it's a little bit difficult because I'm fairly certain it wouldn't attack me, but if I were to attack it, then it probably would fight back. And yeah, if it's like a bull, then the horns would really get me. But one tiny detail that I can exploit here is that all the cows give milk, so all of them must be females. Just ignore the fact that you can breed them, but all of them must be females, which means they probably don't have horns. But a cow is still kind of a wrecking ball, so I would still say it's slightly in favor of the cow. Then we've got the sheep. Now the sheep doesn't really have the defense mechanisms that a cow has. It's not really a wrecking ball. And it doesn't have horns. It doesn't, right? So I think for the sheep, it's probably slightly in my favor. I don't want to say with confidence that I can beat it. Who knows? They might pull out some tricks. Okay, now the fox. The fox is kind of a little bit difficult. Yeah, I mean, it's quite small, which I guess is an advantage for me. But also it could like bite and scratch me and maybe do a lot of damage that way. But yeah, I can also, if I can get in and get like a couple of hits in, those will really sting. So I think I'm gonna put it either with the sheep or we're gonna be evenly matched. Let's put it in evenly matched for now. I might swap it around later. Now the bat. I mean, if it was just, like a normal bat, I'm just curb stomping it. But who knows, maybe it has rabies. But yeah, I still think a bat can't really do any damage. So I think that's probably a decisive victory for me. Same with the chicken. Although, you know what, it does have those like pointy claws. So I won't say I'm guaranteed to beat it, but it's probably heavily in my favor. The fish, I mean, what's it gonna do? That's just the point. What is a fish gonna do? And actually the salmon probably also can't really do anything. And so can all of the tropical fish. The pufferfish is listed separately, which I'm glad about, because that one will probably put up more of a fight. So the ocelot is kind of, I feel like, in the same camp as the fox. It's pretty small, but it can still bite, it can still scratch, and an ocelot might even be better than a fox. So maybe I should put it a tier higher. For now, I'm putting it in here. So the pig, I'm not really as afraid of the pig as I am of the cow. I think the pig probably stands less of a chance than even the sheep. Yeah. I mean, the pig in Minecraft isn't really that big. I mean, in the real world, pigs can be pretty, like, big in size, and you have like the wild ones with the tusks. But pigs in Minecraft don't have those, so I think that's probably heavily in my favor. The snow golem, I'm just curb stomping that. I mean, it attacks with snowballs, which don't do any damage. So I don't know why I should have any business losing that fight. The bunny, I'm probably gonna curb stomp that one, but yeah, I don't know. It can skill like scratch. It is very agile, so yeah, it probably wouldn't be a complete, you know, landslide victory for me. But I'm still heavily favored to win, I would say. The mushroom, I mean, the mushroom is just like another cow. So, yeah, let's put it in the same tier as the cow. By the way, before I forget to mention, I'm using this a format. I didn't make this tier list myself. I took it from the web and then just made my own tiers. So the original tier list was just a tier list of all Minecraft 1.19 mobs, and it was made by this guy. So shout out to him, I guess. He made my job a whole lot easier. Anyway, moving on. The squid, I mean, squids in real life can do something. I mean, they've got those tentacles, which are kind of scary. Squids in Minecraft, though, don't really do anything. The strider, I don't know. I kind of forgot these things were even in the game, but they can walk on lava, so maybe they can like time me out or something. And yeah, I mean they don't attack, but I don't know, if they put those legs to use, maybe they can get some kicks in. Just the fact that they can walk on lava kind of scares me, so I'm gonna put them here. So the turtle, I mean the turtle can bite, but it's really slow, which I think makes them even worse. The villager, I mean, they don't have the iron golem with them to protect them now, and they don't have functional arms, so what are they really gonna do? Same with the wandering trader. I mean, we're all used to killing them by this point. So yeah, so far uh, I'm holding a pretty good track record, but as you can see, we've got a lot of tougher guys still to come. So the pufferfish is actually kind of scary. Yeah, because it has those like toxic spikes, which and it can puff up, and those are all over its body, so it won't really be easy to get hits in if I'm fighting unarmed. I mean, I don't know what my philosophy is if I'm fighting unarmed or with a weapon. Regardless, this might be like a tough matchup. I'm probably gonna put it in either of these two tiers. Yeah, for now I'm gonna put it. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in here. I might bump it down later. The axolotl is kind of weird. Normally I would say I'm curb stomping it, but they can actually do some damage. There's like an achievement for when you beat a Minecraft mob together with an axolotl. So yeah, I would still say I would probably win, but I think the axolotl might put up a good fight. The glow squid is in the same tier as the squid. They don't really do anything. They kind of just exist to be killed. So the donkey and the horse, they can probably put up a good fight. They're probably both going in they're heavily in their favor. I mean, I don't think it's impossible for me to take one down, but it's probably very unlikely, considering horses, they can kick very aggressively. They can run fast, so they can probably get away from me and plan their attack on their own terms. And they can probably even bite as well. So yeah, this is mainly just because of their really powerful kicks. So a cat, I mean, a cat, I have two cats, so I'm kind of used to handling them. So I kind of would say that this is also evenly matched, or maybe even slightly in my favor. I would probably say slightly in my favor, since, the ocelot is like a wild version, like a feral version, and this is just like a normal house cat. So this one will probably be slightly less aggressive, hopefully. So I probably stand more chance at winning. Parrot, I mean, it's a parrot. I would probably curb stomp it. I mean, I have the chicken in this tier, but honestly, I would say I'm more scared of facing a chicken as my opponent as a parrot. I don't know whether there is any like evidential backing behind that. It's probably just a psychological thing, and I don't know why. Anyway, this is like the breed between a horse and a donkey. I forgot what it's called in English, but it joins them here. A skeleton horse. I mean, it is already dead, so yeah, it might put up more of a fight than the uh, the other guys here. I mean, it doesn't have skin, so maybe that's an advantage. They have less surface area that can be damaged. Yeah, I mean, overall, I won't really see how I could take this thing down, considering it's already dead. And plus, it's got all the like offensive abilities, like the kicks of a horse. So I would probably get destroyed by this thing. Now the LA, I mean, I don't even know what they can do to, you know, do any harm to me. Yeah, I mean, they essentially can just hold blocks. Maybe they can like throw them at me. But overall, I think I'm just winning that one outright. The dolphin, I mean, contrary to popular belief, dolphins can actually be pretty ferocious. So yeah, it would be impossible to take one down. But if I'm fighting them in the water, that's probably going to be a tough matchup. Yeah, I mean, like people want you to believe that these things are, nice and cuddly, but dolphins in the wild are actually kind of savage creatures. So yeah, I might bump it up a tier, but I don't know. For now, it probably stays here. Polar bear, I would probably like get destroyed by this thing. I mean, it's a bear. I don't really know what I can do against it other than play dead, which I think only works with certain like species of bear. The llama is kind of interesting. I mean, of course, in Minecraft, the main attack is their spit, but I don't know if they can kick as well as horses. So, yeah, I mean, their spit doesn't really do much other than be annoying. So, yeah, just for the fact that I don't really know what their capabilities are, I'm gonna put them in the evenly matched tier. Now, a panda. I mean, I'm not sure if pandas are like quite as ferocious as polar bears, but they can probably still be quite aggressive. Yeah, I'm gonna put them not as high as the polar bear, but yeah, no. Yeah, pandas are probably less aggressive than polar bears, but they can probably still do as much damage. So, based on that facts, I still would probably lose. The wolf is pretty ferocious. Yeah, it's probably slightly in the wolf's favor. I mean, I've got the two cats down here, but the wolves can like bite and like really lock you down. But on the other hand, I mean, on the internet, like, haven't you seen like a video of someone like fighting a wolf or a wolf biting someone? And yeah, I don't know. This one's weird. It's probably gonna be in either of the two tiers. I'm gonna keep them in here for now. So the bee, I mean, it's a bee. If it attacks, if it stings bee, it's gonna die itself. So based on that fact, yeah, I'm gonna put them in here. They were dealt a losing matchup by nature, I guess. Okay, next up we've got. Alright, yeah, no, I don't think I have any way of beating this thing. I mean, even if I'm armed with like a knife or something, this thing has a body made of steel. So I don't think there's any way that I can possibly pierce that. And, if you've played Minecraft, you know that these things already do a lot of damage. So, yeah, I stand no chance here. Up next is the goat. Now the goat can probably actually do some damage with like their charge. With the horns, that can probably do a lot of damage. So I would say it's probably in the same tier as the panda. In the sense that it probably won't be too aggressive, but it can fight back hard. So then we've got the spider and the cave spider. So it's kind of interesting. The spider is it's a larger target, but the cave spider is poisonous. So I mean, the spider, all it can do to attack is really like, I don't know, bite you. I don't know, how does the spider attack you in Minecraft? Does it just bite you? Or does it like sting you with something on its like abdomen? Anyway, I would still say it's probably slightly in their favor. And the cave spider, I mean, they're a smaller target and they inflict poison, which is probably going to be quite lethal. So, yeah, I'm putting them above the spider. Alright, so next up is the Enderman, and I would probably get destroyed by this thing, considering it can, just teleport at free will. It can just teleport behind me and like smack me to death. I don't really think I would stand a chance, but I don't think I would die to it too quickly, like with the Iron Golem. I think I still stand a minuscule chance compared to the Iron Golem, where literally a miracle has to happen for me to even live after that. So we've got the zombie piglin and the normal piglin, and both of these guys are pretty ferocious. I would probably get destroyed by the zombie piglin. I mean, the regular piglin, I would say heavily in their favor. I think the zombie piglin is probably more powerful considering it's part undead and thus will probably be harder to kill. But realistically, I would still lose to either of these two. The Evoker, yeah, I think this is another one where I just cannot match up to their power level. I mean, the Iron Golem was more raw strength, but this guy can just, summon the clamps and drag me to hell, to the underworld. And it can summon the Vexes, which I think are also on this list. Yeah, here Vexes. I will probably get destroyed by a group of Vexes. One on their own would probably still be fine. But yeah, no, the Evoker would absolutely like lay me out and then like use my body for dark magic experiments or something. The Vindicator, I would probably also get destroyed by him. Yeah, I mean, he just wields an axe. They're so savage. They do a lot of damage, even when you're wearing armor. I don't really see that one going too well. The Pillagers, I mean, I could see myself winning against one of them. If it's like a group, I'm totally dead, but if there's just one of them and he misses his shot, like a crossbow takes a long time to reload, so maybe then I can come in and do something. So it's probably going to be either slightly or heavily in their favor. I'm probably going to put it in slightly just because, a crossbow isn't as accurate as like a gun. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of factors that go into whether or not you actually hit your target. And plus I would have to stand like quite close for them to really hit me. So, maybe I'm too optimistic, but I think I might actually stand a decent shot at defeating these guys. The Ravager, yeah, no, I would get absolutely destroyed by the Ravager. Possibly, it might even go into the highest tier. I'm probably keeping it in here just because, it's large, it's lumbering, it's, quite low intelligence. So, yeah, I might be able to survive for a little bit, but yeah, this thing is just a wrecking ball, more so than the cow, which we started with. Yeah, this thing would, like, trample me over. Now, the Endermite, I mean, I guess I would probably be, have a pretty good matchup against the Endermite. I'm not completely confident, considering it's from the end, but yeah, no, I'm probably still gonna beat this. In fact, I should probably put it down here, but just the fact that I'm kind of scared of them, now that I'm thinking about fighting them, I'm gonna put them in here. Now the Guardians and the Elder Guardians. The Guardians, if I had to fight them in the water, I would probably be dead very fast, even more so with the Elder Guardians, because they are so tanky. So yeah, I definitely stand more of a chance against the normal Guardians, but even so, it's still heavily in their favor. Now the Shulk, uh, I don't really know how to like evaluate this one. I mean, it can shoot me from afar, and if it like gets a levitate off on me, then that's probably just a GG. It's probably just gonna keep hitting me while I'm immobilized until I die. And it's not like with the pillager, where if they miss me, I can get an opening because their projectiles actually track you. So I would probably get destroyed by this thing. If I can maybe kill it fast enough before its projectiles catch up to me, that might be a strategy actually. Just, keep running around and occasionally get a hit in. So, yeah, actually that might make me like bump down a tier because they might actually be quite easy to, gimmick them. So yeah, I'm probably still going to put them in heavily in their favor. Now we've got the husk, and we'll throw in all the other zombie variants as well, and then we've also got here the skeleton variant. Let me organize the last bunch of this a little bit. Okay, so I've organized them a little bit, and we've got the regular zombie. Now, when I went into this video, I thought that the regular zombie might not actually be that bad to fight. I mean, they are quite primitive, but they are also pretty slow. So I feel like it's still slightly in their favor because they're, undead. But they're quite simplistic. So I may be able to use that to my advantage. The baby zombie, they're much quicker though. I mean, their punches or whatever they do when they attack you, they might not hit as hard, but they can catch up to you a lot quicker. So I would probably put them a tier higher. And then the zombie villager goes in the same tier as the zombie. And the husk, I mean, the husk is kind of interesting. It inflicts hunger, but realistically, I don't think a fight with a husk is going to last long enough to have the hunger actually play a part. So it's probably going in the same tier. And then the drowned, I'm actually gonna bump up purely because I'm probably gonna have to fight these guys in the water, which is their habitat, and I'm not as comfortable fighting in the water. And if I come up against one of these guys with a trident, then I'm for sure dead. So then we've got the skeleton variants. So the regular skeleton is probably, I mean, their aim sucks, but it's probably still heavily in their favor considering they can attack me from range. And the same, they have the same undead factor as the skeleton horse. Like, there's not really many vital areas, like vital organs, because it's skeleton. So, if you want to get like a fatal hit in, you really gotta aim for it and search for the right place to strike. Wait, what? What was that monologue just now? I don't know what I just said or if it made any sense, but whatever. The Stray, they can inflict slowness, so they're probably a little bit better than the Skeleton. Yeah, actually probably, because if they're attacking me from range, I'm gonna have to come to them. And if I'm inflicted with slowness, then that's gonna be even harder. They're probably gonna get even more shots in. So the Stray is way better than the Skeleton, I would say. Yeah, I would get destroyed by a Stray much easier than with a Skeleton. So then the Wither Skeleton, I mean, I'd probably also get destroyed. They're super big, like super tall, and they have a sword as well, and they can inflict Wither. Like, they probably won't kill me instantly, but if I get hit once, that Wither is gonna really, yeah, matter. So the Creeper, I mean, that's kind of a hard one to evaluate. I would say we're probably evenly matched based on the fact that we will both probably die. So the match will always end in a draw. I didn't really consider the Creeper matchup when I came up with this idea, but yeah, it will always be a draw because, well, he just blows us both up. So the Slime is kind of interesting. I would say it's probably slightly in my favor. Yeah, because if I can like break them down into little bits, the little bits, like the tiny slimes, actually don't do damage to you. They can't harm you. So I would say that that's probably a pretty exploitable detail. The big ones are kind of scary, but they're still quite slow. Like they move in hops, which I think is a big disadvantage for them, considering I can just, run. On the other hand, the magma cubes, I would say, is probably slightly or even heavily in their favor, considering they're, like fire. Yeah, they're magma cubes, so they're probably made of magma, which means even if I hit them, like with my fists, it's gonna hurt me. So, yeah, I kind of want to put them here, but just the fact that they live in the Nether, so they're probably pretty hot, I'm gonna put them in heavily in their favor. The witch, I mean, I would probably get destroyed by a witch, considering a witch can not only inflict poison upon me, it can also slow me down. She can heal herself, and yeah, I mean, she can drink fire resistance, but I don't feel like that's gonna be something that I have access to. Certainly not before she kills me. So it's gonna probably be an easy, I would get destroyed there. So I've got the frogs here. I mean, they can like tongue certain mobs, like certain things, but I don't think they can't eat a player. And I don't know. I mean, this is based on real life. What if like real life me was fighting these guys? That's something that I should have probably mentioned at the beginning. But yeah, if real life me qualifies as a player, then I'm for sure curb stomping them. I guess I can put them in heavily in my favor. The tadpoles, though, the tadpoles are getting the short end of the stick. I mean, the silverfish, they can often like overwhelm you if there's like multiple infected blocks in the vicinity, even though they're quite weak. So I would say that's still probably heavily in my favor. So the Phantom, I mean, they can't really reach me, but on the other hand, or I can't really reach them, but at the same time, they can't attack me without coming down. So yeah, the fact that they don't have a ranged attack is like a huge downside to them. I would say we're probably evenly matched or slightly in their favor, just because of the fact that I hate them so much that I would probably fight very fiercely. So the Blaze, I would probably get destroyed by the Blaze or heavily in their favor. I would say heavily in their favor because their aim is sometimes really bad. But on the other hand, if I get hit by even one of those, that'll hurt a lot. And also they have like a melee attack if you get too close to them, they can like damage you with melee. I don't know how they do that, but yeah, so even if I get in close, they can still put up a fight. The Ghast, I would probably get destroyed by a Ghast. No, wait. Yeah, I have no way to beat a Ghast. It can just... It's essentially the Phantom, but now it has a ranged attack. So it doesn't even have to come down to my level. So it can just float out of my range for the entire fight and just blast me. These two guys, I mean, I would say this thing is probably either the top or this tier. I'm gonna say the top. I mean, it's undead and it's still like, you know, like a wild swine. Like, you know, the pigs? I mentioned at the beginning of the video that the pigs don't have like tusks. This is essentially what would happen if they did have tusks. So yeah, I would say this one's probably easier to kill because it's, you know, still alive. It's not like reanimated. So yeah, but I would get absolutely flamed by this thing. And it probably wouldn't even have a single fault about killing me. Piglin Brood, I would get absolutely like messed up by Piglin Brood. It's essentially just like a Vindicator. Yeah, that's a pretty similar comparison. So let's put them in the same tier. And finally, yeah, I think you probably all know this, but I would, I don't think real life me, I don't think is beating any of Minecraft's bosses, especially not the Wither and the Ender Dragon, considering they can, you know, fly, so they can just fly out of my range and barrage me with projectiles like the ghasts. The Warden at least is tied to the ground, so maybe I can use the fact that it's blind to freaking run away. So yeah, let me look through the tier list again, see if I can make like any changes or something. Okay, yeah, the Phantom probably has a bit of an advantage still because they can fly. Like even though they have to come down to me in order to attack me, they can still easily retreat, whereas I can't really do that against a flying opponent. So yeah, I'm putting them up here. I'm probably also gonna put the Shulk one higher. Yeah, I mean, if I get hit by one of those projectiles, and considering I have to like run the entire time to avoid it, if I like don't pay attention to what is happening behind me, I could get caught off guard. Like, it's like, yeah, there's a strategy to gimmick them, but even like one simple mistake can mean the end of you. They're very punishing, is what I'm trying to say. Um, I'm probably gonna put the llama one down, maybe, just because, like, compared to what I think I'm able to beat, yeah, I think a llama would be no problem. And yeah, I definitely was too kind on frogs. I'm gonna put them down here. And you know, considering the fact that I said this was like a feral cat, this should probably be one up. Yeah, I mean, I said the house cat was probably not gonna be as aggressive, but if this is like a feral cat, then it will probably stand a good chance at you know, defeating me. But and yeah, I think the skeleton horse is probably gonna just join the other horses because you know it's still not really that aggressive compared to some of these guys here. But with all of that being said, I think that is it. Okay, there we go. So that's it. All of the Minecraft mobs that I could beat in a fight. Most of them I cannot beat, but there's, you know, a high number of them that I would say I am still able to beat. And then there's some weird ones like the sheep, the like a lot of these animals, like they probably will fight back, if provoked, but I would probably be able to overpower them. And yeah, these ones, I don't think I would stand a chance against either of these, especially these last three, the bosses. Real life me wouldn't stand a chance against these guys. And yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. A really wacky idea, but I think it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun to theorize all the possible ways I could lose to like a Vindicator or Wither Skeleton. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoy these this recent resurgence or just this recent surge of tier list content, if you're enjoying that, then leave a like or subscribe or comment. Just or even watch this video to show your support. Watch it again just to show your support. That would be awesome. Obviously I'm joking, but yeah, I did kind of enjoy this. It was more of a laid back video. I went through this a lot quicker than I had expected. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, like I already said, do any of the 4 above mentioned things, including watching the video again. And I'm gonna go now, so I hope to see you in a good mood in the next video. Goodbye everyone.